you see me well enough? No, of course not. Now you can see me. Hey guys, I'm doing this again. Nintendo Direct came out. Well, as of right now, it's still today, the day it came out. I wanted to sleep, so I'm watching it at night. I thankfully do not have any spoilers other than Twilight Princess HD. Thank you, Nintendo, for putting that in the description. But other than that, I don't have any spoilers for this, so I'll only know about one thing, so you're gonna see my reaction to this. So, this is just like the other ones, nothing more to say. I am actually using my Wii U gamepad this time around. I'm not gonna show you it for obvious reasons, but I am using my Wii U gamepad for this. Hopefully everything goes well. If it doesn't, then I'll just ask to borrow Mom's computer, and I'll give it back to her once I am done with it. So, we'll see how it works out, though. I'm sure it'll work. So, with that said, I'm starting it now. I hope it doesn't appear in the video too much. It shouldn't. The Wii U gamepad volume is not that great.
Hi everyone.
Hi Reggie.
Reggie here from Nintendo. Welcome back to our first Nintendo Direct since the passing of late Nintendo president Satoru Iwata. Today, we'll be taking a look at what's in store for Wii U and Nintendo 3DS as we approach the new year and as we look beyond into early 2016. First, let's jump ahead for a look at a key title coming in 2016. It may look a little familiar. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was released on both the Nintendo GameCube and Wii systems back in 2006.
Reggie, we know.
Now, it's making a grand
that Link HD model, I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it, and
HD.
yeah.
Please take a look.
I have nothing really to say here. I'm not really a Zelda guy. Not to mention I never played Twilight Princess. Then again, that actually would be a, you know, maybe I could play Twilight Princess as my first Zelda game. Oh no, she's dropping her sword. Oh no! They're turning into souls like Soul Eater! That was what it actually looks like to me.
Shine a new light on the memorable characters and detailed scenery, immersing you in the game world like never before. The team supporting development at Tantalus in Australia has a great track record. But it's more
That does look pretty fun though. Link riding Epona and using the sword at the same time. I don't know if that was in... I don't think that was in Ocarina of Time actually, no.
And here it is. Wolf Link.
Of course you had to get an amiibo in there.
The game is compatible with these 5 other amiibo from the Super Smash Bros. Series as well. There's some other new features too, but we'll touch on those later. A bundle containing the game, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, and the Wolf Link figure will be released on March 4th, 2016. Pre-orders go up today. We're offering the game's official soundtrack as a pre-order bonus. 2016 marks the 30th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series.
30 years of Legend of Zelda, I bet people feel old.
Don the Green Cap will enjoy the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD and the brand new Zelda game.
Oh, there we go. This game looks gorgeous. Actually, I'm thinking of picking up this game. Oh, we didn't see. Well, we saw a grand total of 2 seconds.
Twilight Princess HD will be carried over to the new Zelda game on Wii U. We're working hard on the new Zelda game for Wii U because we wanted to live up to your expectations and 30 years of Zelda goodness. Let me pass it over to Bill for some more updates.
Okay, well, if you're gonna listen to us, then please take off the copyright shit on other people's channels. I'm sure that would be a great first step, but you're not to listen.
Which just released last month. We're currently working on a free update for the game that adds a new area called the Den of Trials. Imagine this: if regular regular dungeons have 4 stages, the Den of Trials has a whopping 30 plus stages. And unless you and your team defeat every enemy in a stage, you won't be able to move on to the next one. In other words, you're in for a real challenge here, my heroic friends. Luckily, there are checkpoints sprinkled throughout the Den of Trials, so use that to your advantage and see if you can complete all the new stages. We're also adding in 2 new outfits, Linebeck's uniform, which will let you see inside of treasure chests before you open them, and the Fierce D armor. This will increase your attack power. You'll shoot beams in 4 directions. Both outfits are powerful options that provide additional strategic depth for both the main game and the Den of Trials. This free update for The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes will release on December 2nd. Now it's time to dive deep into a world filled with mystery, danger, adventure, and Pokemon. Lots of Pokemon. Get ready to be transported to a world filled only with Pokemon when Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon.
Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, huh? Good, don't care.
20 different Pokemon. Live in their world. Explore.
I really don't care for the Mystery Dungeon series, personally.
Solve the mystery.
I am glad they are taking a break from the main series, though, because they've been releasing them yearly. I'm actually kind of glad they've stopped releasing them for at least a little bit. They're probably going to release one next year, though, because, you know, money.
However, exploring dungeons that change every time you enter them is a dangerous profession.
I'm just glad they took a year break, because I would like a break from Pokemon.
You can also collect different items to equip and use, so you can explore dungeons like an expert. With turn-based Pokemon battles, strategy is key, so you'll want to make sure you bring the right type of Pokemon and items with you when you head into a dungeon. Or else, you'll end up sending out a rescue request to your friends, asking them to come save you. With the new Connection Orb, a giant galaxy-like map that connects you with other Pokemon and gives you new quests to complete, you'll befriend Pokemon and conquer dungeons in no time at all. You'll even get to battle alongside legendary and mythical Pokemon, and combine the moves of your team to unleash attacks that will knock out even the mightiest Pokemon foe. Also included,
Except for Arceus and Mewtwo.
Mystery Dungeon Nintendo
They're, like,
DLC,
impossible now.
available for a limited
Oh, and Mater Rayquaza.
It's always good to load up a game in style. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon arrives on November 20th. Now, a couple Wii U game updates coming in 2015. There's new content headed to Splatoon, and we've prepared a video to showcase it. Please take a look.
I already bought all the weapons. But, whoa, okay. It's an interesting picture for a kid's game. New stages, I'm guessing.
That's not ink in your eyes. You just got your first look at some new stages and equipment we're adding with future updates. Museum de Alfonsino features 5 revolving obstacles in the center of the stage.
So wait, are they free updates or are they DLC? You said updates, so I'm guessing they're free updates. And in which case, oh fucking hell, the battery.
Now it is a museum, so many infamous paintings and artifacts for the school.
That was a horrible pun. Come on.
Here's another new stage, Mahi Mahi Resort. It looks like a pool.
I'm not editing it now. I'm not pausing that. I can hear it anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal.
However, in the latter half of the match, the water level drops, exposing more turf for the hosing. That'll make it tough to tell which team will win, right up until the very last second. Did I say an update was coming in the future? Well, the future is now. An update will be available today at 5 p.m. Pacific time, with over 40 new pieces of gear, including more winter items and some slick bandanas. And the new stage, Museum de Alfonsino, will be added tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Splatoon will continue to offer more updates, at least until next January. These updates will include new stages, gear, and adjustments to the gameplay balance. As of this
Awesome.
update, we've added new multiplayer modes like Rainmaker and Tower Control, 8 new maps, 27 new weapons, and more than 80 new pieces of gear, along with team matchmaking and private matches, all at no additional charge. And with the launch of the Splatnet website, you can now track progress and stats for you and your friends. The competition in Splatoon is as hot and exciting as ever. And to show you just how hot the competition can be, we're going to be holding an official Nintendo Treehouse Splatoon tournament this December, and we're going to live stream it on our official Twitch and YouTube channels, as well as live.nintendo.com. The tournament will feature teams made up
I'll have to
entirely
check
of
that
Nintendo
out.
Treehouse staff, and will introduce a variety of potential options for tournament.
I'm down for a
as well as
Splatoon
details
tournament.
on
That'd be
how to
awesome.
set up your own tournaments, both locally and online. Next up, Super Mario Maker. A recent update introduced checkpoint flags and status-dependent power-up options.
Why was that an
Course
update?
creation easier. So far, more than 3.3 million courses are available to play globally. Every day, we see a variety of new levels, from tricky obstacle courses.
I really need to get Super Mario Maker.
Visually striking courses as well. It's amazing to see, but with so many to choose from, some players are finding it difficult to pick which courses they want to play. So, we've decided to release a new portal site that you can access on the go. It will offer a more robust search function than the one found in-game. This portal site will let you search for particular types of courses on your PC browser or smartphone. You can filter them using prefix tags for things like full auto, sound-based, or time attack levels. If you're out and about and find an interesting course, you can register it as one of your favorites, then go home and find it flagged for you to play Super Mario Maker.
Does sound
Basically,
pretty
this lets you
convenient.
find the right courses faster, so you can.
I still need to get this game.
It's planned for December, so stay tuned for more details in the coming weeks. Next, let's check in on some new Wii U games that are right around the corner. Fans know that every day in Animal Crossing is a roll of the dice, and that has never been truer than now. In Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, villagers live out a month of ups and downs each time you play, where each move you make on the board is a new day. Roll the dice, walk the board, and see what kinds of unexpected things can happen. At the end of the month, the player with the most happy points wins.
Okay, well, I have nothing against the game. You know, I don't play Animal Crossing, but,
Isabel,
you might want to
only get these figures
reword that a
in
bit,
the bundle,
Bill.
and Digby will only be in the bundle while supplies last. But other compatible Amiibo figures will also be available at launch, with more on the way after that. The cool part is any figure you tap will transport the character into the game world, so you can play as them. The Animal Crossing Amiibo cards can also be used to play other game modes. There's a neat one called Desert Island Escape that lets you use these cards to select 3 villagers to cast off to an island. The goal is to locate materials to build a raft, as well as food and resources to keep you alive until it's ready. With multiple maps to play on, characters that have unique strengths and weaknesses, and enemies that get in your way, things get a little tricky, in a good way. The game also has an Animal Crossing quiz you can play with your friends. Here, try one out.
I don't know.
Questions can get pretty tough, but hardcore Animal Crossing fans may just stand a chance.
I'm not a hardcore Animal Crossing fan. I'm not even an Animal Crossing fan.
Isabel and Digby
Nothing against the series. I hear it's really fun. It's just I've never played it.
alongside the amiibo you see on the screen. Next up, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. In the latest Mario Tennis game, players can enjoy
yeah.
taking on singles or doubles matches as Mario series characters. Now players can perform a new move, a jump shot, which lets you return a shot without waiting for the ball to bounce on the court first, adding another layer of strategy to each match. shot from there to bust out a powerful Ultra Smash. In Mega Battle mode,
Banana Slammer.
tossing in Mega
Donkey Kong was the one doing that move. Oh look, it's that girl that Mario to Plumber was complaining about.
So you can enjoy a more traditional game of tennis. This title offers
I like Rosalina.
as well as online multiplayer, so you can meet up at the court with anyone around the world in 2 separate online modes. You can play standard, simple, or mega battle matches in ranked mode or in casual.
They have a Pixie in there from 3D
Mario
World.
Tennis Ultra Smash is also compatible with Amiibo. In the
Of course it
single-player
is.
mode, Knockout Challenge.
Don't you know that everything has to be compatible with Amiibo?
The more you win, the more powerful your next opponent will be.
Ah, so it's gonna be like Smash Brothers, only tennis.
After the match, tap your Amiibo again to save the character's play experience and even change their stats through the Amiibo menu. Have your Amiibo focus on quick moves, powerful shots, you name it. This Amiibo player can be used as a partner in online doubles matches as well. So team up and challenge rivals from around the globe together. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash is arriving on November 20th, 2015.
Yay.
In 22 days, the Earth will be no more.
What?
On December 4th, humanity will come face to face
Xenoblade.
with its greatest trial yet, to survive. When Xenoblade Chronicles X launches on Wii U. It's an RPG adventure as deep as you want it to be, with a huge world to explore.
You know, I really want to try out Xenoblade Chronicles, but I want to try out the first one before I touch X. The thing that's scaring me about it is I heard Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is over like 100 hours, with its main story mode.
Action-packed combat,
Like, no extra stuff, still 100 hours. And Xenoblade Chronicles X, I hear, is even bigger. Jesus Christ.
Metroid fans, I'm looking at you. For those of you purchasing a physical version of the game, there are 4 free high-speed data loading packs you can start downloading today that will speed up loading times for you. These
Wait,
aren't required,
it will-
but they will greatly improve your gameplay experience.
Why don't you just put that in the game?
At least the basic pack. Which reminds me, you can also go to the Nintendo eShop today.
Why don't you just put that in the main game?
and preload the digital version of Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Whatever.
This version doesn't require the data packs because they are built into the digital version. The holidays are fast approaching, so in the remaining days, prepare for your journey across the stars and out to Planet Mira by checking out our video series, Xenoblade Chronicles X Survival Guide. You can find it on our YouTube channel. Xenoblade Chronicles X is arriving on December 4th.
In America, yeah.
Let's switch things up by taking a look at some Nintendo eShop exclusive digital offerings. First up is a Nintendo 3DS
How long is
title
this?
that was
45?
released on
Got it.
eShop a couple of days ago. Nintendo Badge Arcade is a new free-to-start game available exclusively on the Nintendo eShop for Nintendo 3DS. It's a fun crane machine game that earns you Nintendo badges, which you can use to customize your Nintendo 3DS home menu like never before.
That's just kind of cool.
The best part? It's free to start. When you first download the game, you get 5 free chances to play with the badge catcher. Then, you can head to the practice catcher, giving you 5 chances to test your skills per day. Or, you can purchase additional paid plays from the Nintendo eShop, so you can get those badges and decorate your home menu. As you make purchases, there may even be a way to get some exclusive themes. Make sure to check back frequently. The game is constantly being updated with new badges to collect, and some of these are not to be missed. It's time to get a clue and catch Pokemon all at the same time. Pokemon Picross is a free-to-start downloadable puzzle game that's easy to pick up and hard to put down. During gameplay, there are horizontal and vertical rows.
This
of
doesn't look
squares to
anything like
reveal as you
Pokemon.
see fit, using the numbers on each row as your clues. Slowly, you'll begin to reveal a Pokemon picture. Add a captured Pokemon to your party, and you can use its support skill while you play. You can get Pickrights in the game, which can be with more than 300 stages and every Mega Evolved Pokemon, along with legendary and mythical Pokemon. There are tons of reasons to take a break from your job or studies to solve a puzzle or two.
Weren't you the guys that put many messages saying, hey, take a break in the games? I think they did it with Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I think. And I know they did it with Kid Icarus Uprising.
Just in time for the holiday season. Let's see what's
Smash 3DS, Smash Wii U.
SteamWorld Heist is a side-scrolling turn-based strategy shooter that's all about boarding, looting, and shooting through enemy spaceships. Also, you can upgrade your ragtag crew of steam-powered robots with unique abilities, weapons, and even stylish hats. It's all about skill. Aim the gun and even bounce bullets off of walls. For a limited time, an exclusive Nintendo 3DS home menu theme will come with every purchase of SteamWorld Heist after the game launches on the Nintendo eShop this holiday. It's almost here. With non-stop adrenaline-pumping action at 60 frames per second, Fast Racing Neo may just be the fastest racing game you've ever experienced.
So it's not F-Zero.
Switching gameplay to reach
Ryan is gonna be pissed.
player campaign. Or race 7 other players online and face off with friends in local 4-player
Yeah, this looks exactly like F-Zero.
There's a whole new
Like they even have the boost pads and everything. Has F-Zero just been replaced?
Typo Man is a puzzling platformer that tells a dark tale of heroes and monsters, where words can be a blessing or a curse. Using the power of wordcraft, use letters to create or change words that will...
The imagery looks like 9. I talked about it in one of my videos already. 9 was like a movie done by Shane Acker. He made a mini short called 9, and Tim Burton and him teamed up to direct a movie. It's pretty good.
Rest of the year.
That's what that little game reminds me of. What the fuck? What the hell?
Team, we're going to be powering through some meetings.
Oh.
I got us some snacks.
What the? Oh my god! What? What the hell? Stay tuned in the coming days to see. Oh god.
Bill may have gotten a little carried away with those donuts, but not with our game.
Well, he's fired.
The end of the year is fast approaching. In 2015, we're not done with you yet. In recent weeks, we've seen great titles like Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, and Yokai Watch launch on Nintendo 3DS. It's a great time to be a Nintendo 3DS owner. And with Yoshi's Woolly World launching last month, and games on the way like Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, Devil's Third, and Xenoblade Chronicles X, Wii U has something for everyone leading us into the holidays. If you're still waiting to jump in or looking for a great gift this season, keep an eye out for a new Wii U bundle this holiday, featuring not just Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, but also the surprise hit of the year, Splatoon.
Now that is a good deal.
Be on the lookout.
I mean, I already have a Wii U, so I'm not gonna get it, but still, that is a really good deal.
If either of those strikes your fancy, be ready come Black Friday. And after the holidays, a new batch
Now I know
will be
what.
open.
Now I know what. To get. No, start pestering Zach to get that.
Now, let's switch back over to Bill for a look at games coming in early 2016.
2016, here we come.
Weren't you fired?
Game face on for Pokken Tournament, an all-new Pokemon fighting game for Wii U. Pokken Tournament is a new game created in collaboration between the Pokemon Company.
Oh, this looks so awesome.
The producers of Tekken. a legendary
I'm gonna
fighting
suck at this because I've never played a Tekken game, but you know what? I still want to get it. Who knows? I might just try a Tekken game. There's a new Tekken game coming out for the PS4, so maybe I'll get that. It might be something for me to play on my PS4.
You can instantly unleash the full power of your Pokemon
Oh, hi, Dark Mewtwo. Lucario versus Mewtwo. Well, I know what Pokemon's gonna win. Lucario, of course. And if you say I'm wrong, then you're wrong.
Unlocks Shadow Mewtwo.
I'm joking.
In the first production run. Normally, Shadow Mewtwo can only be unlocked in the game after you fulfill certain conditions. But when you scan the Shadow Mewtwo amiibo card on the gamepad, you can start using Shadow Mewtwo right away. Pokémon Tournament will be released spring of 2016.
I'll have to try and pre-order that game because that date looks so
In our next game, the sky is not the limit.
Oh, hi, Star Fox. Hey, everyone's favorite character, Slippy.
Once again, mercenaries Fox, Falco, Slippy, and Peppy must unite as Team Star Fox aboard their R-Wings to save the galaxy. Vehicles are so critical to the game, you can practically call them members of the Star Fox team. Let's start by taking a look at the series' famous fighter jet, Fox's main machine, the R-Wing. Its extremely high level of maneuverability makes barrel rolls and somersaults a breeze. And now, the R-Wing can transform into its new two-legged walker form to pick off ground-based enemies. On the flip side, the Landmaster tank is a ground vehicle with slight mid-air capabilities. It can lock on to 3 different targets simultaneously and inflict serious damage. It can also transform into a new flying form, the Gravmaster, to expand.
I gotta say, the game looks much better than it did before. When I saw it at E3, it looked like it was still in its beta stages. I'm kind of glad they delayed it. I don't know why people are so pissed off that they actually delayed that.
Direct Eye, to hack into terminals and more.
Oh no, they're not gonna have that as a main character, right?
At their disposal. The TV screen.
Yeah, they say Slippy's annoying, but...
While the TV screen displays the craft.
Oh no.
Controlling, the gamepad screen will display a cockpit. Like a real pilot, the player will have to track not only what's in front of them, but all around them as well. Tilting the gamepad even allows you to aim and shoot in different direction than you're flying. Master the controls to destroy your enemies gracefully and go for a high score. No Falco would. Previously, we announced that the launch date for this title was delayed, but now we have a new launch date ready to announce. Star Fox Zero will be released on April 22nd, 2016.
Huh.
Now, let's jump right back into the Nintendo 3DS and the latest installment of the Mario & Luigi series. Or the Paper Mario series. Or both, I guess. Mario and Luigi team up with a new friend, Paper Mario, to explore the Mushroom Kingdom. As you might expect, Paper Mario can do some pretty cool paper tricks thanks to his svelte paper body. He can sneak through narrow cracks, turn into a paper airplane to haul around his corporeal counterparts, copy himself to attack enemies, and so on. There's plenty of 3-bro co-op action too, from trio actions to trio attacks. Did I mention epic papercraft event battles? Well, now I did. In In Mario & Luigi RPGs, battles typically consist of a lot of jumping and hammer whacking. This time, though, a new element called Battle Card has also been added. Battle cards have various effects. They can power up attacks, damage enemies, increase your coin haul, or even lower your foe's experience level. Using Amiibo, you can create a
I don't understand why it's so hard to just go back to the original Paper Mario style, like when it was just
Here are the
RPGs.
6 Amiibo that are compatible with the game. You may notice
I actually borrowed Thousand Year Door from my friend Zach, and maybe playing it at some point. Can't play it now, I don't have the time to, but
if you're like me,
I'll probably start during the weekend actually. That's probably a good day to actually, because I have nothing to do during the weekends,
January 22nd,
so
2016.
yeah, that'll probably be a good day to
New
actually
game for
start.
Nintendo 3DS, Final Fantasy Explorers from Square Enix. Prepare to explore an island filled with mystical crystals in the first Final Fantasy action RPG on Nintendo 3DS. With the job system, characters can learn over 20 adventuring professions, each with their own set of special skills. Plus, they can learn and switch between every job class, transfer certain skills between classes, and rename spells and abilities. In fact,
Bowser Breath.
there are tons of customization options.
Wow.
You can even mix and match pieces of armor and classic Final Fantasy character outfits. Yep, you can dress like beloved Final Fantasy characters, and by using the trance ability, you can even fight as them too. I'm talking heroes like Cecil, Terra, Lightning, and more. The trance command also restores life and mana, while unlocking powerful attacks. Final Fantasy Explorers can be played and beaten solo, but it's quite the challenge, so you may want to adventure with friends. Up to 4 players can connect via local or Wi-Fi multiplayer to team up MMO style, assigning allies the combat roles of tank, healer, support, and damage. If you don't have enough people to fill your party, you can use trained monsters to fill up the party spots. When Final Fantasy Explorers releases in the Americas in January, it will include all of the DLC that was released in Japan for free. This DLC
Nice.
includes special outfits and weapons and challenging content featuring notorious Final Fantasy series bosses. With over 100 quests and hours of gameplay, adventurers will be busy when Final Fantasy Explorers is released on January 20th.
At least until Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Will also be available.
and Final Fantasy 15,
An art book,
and Kingdom Hearts 3.
20-track CD sampler, Nintendo 3DS hard case, and exclusive quests that unlock legendary Final Fantasy weapons. Another RPG is on its way to Nintendo 3DS, and it isn't just another RPG. I'm talking about Fire Emblem Fates for Nintendo 3DS. It combines
Oh, that's
the
right, this thing
gameplay,
exists.
memorable characters, and complex storylines the series is known for, while also innovating in each of these areas. Fans have been dying to know their options for getting their hands on the game. So, here's how. You can start by purchasing either of the 2 main games, Fire Emblem Fates Birthright or Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, either at retail locations or via download on the Nintendo eShop. They're each a complete story and a complete game, but playing both will show you 2 different sides of one brutal conflict. If you buy one game, you can get the other as a download for a reduced cost. And while it won't be available on launch day, there will also be a 3rd story path available as an in-game download for Birthright or Conquest owners called Fire Emblem Fates Revelation. It will reveal some juicy secrets about the story that will affect the way you think about the other paths. It's as revealing as the name implies, so you'll probably want to save that one for last. A lot of my Treehouse friends are pretty hooked on these games already, so this next package is for folks like them who just have to have it all. Introducing Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition. It includes all 3 games, Birthright, Conquest, and Revelation, plus an art book and a Nintendo 3DS XL pouch. Fire Emblem Fates will be released on February 19th, 2016. I'm also happy to reveal that even more Fire Emblem Fates DLC will be available down the road. 1 new map will be released for free, and after that, 6 new maps will be available. You can purchase them individually, or starting today at select retailers, you can purchase all of them together for a reduced price as Map Pack 1. The question is, which path will you take? Birthright, Conquest, or all three? The choice is yours, and it affects the gameplay. Let us know which path you choose in the comments section. Next up is Mega Man Legacy Collection from Capcom, a celebration of the 8-bit roots of Capcom's iconic Blue Bomber. Power up with dozens of cool weapons in the series and take on the evil genius Dr. Wily and his army of robots gone haywire in this collection of the first 6 action platformers that started it all. The new museum mode contains a comprehensive collection of production art and original concept sketches, plus more than 100 Nintendo 3DS exclusive items, a mega treat for any fan of Mega Man and video game history. There's also a fresh new twist on the classic games with the new challenge mode. This mode features more than 50 stages of remix gameplay areas from all 6 games, and plenty of scaling difficulty objectives for both experienced and new players. Speaking of challenge mode, we saved some special news for last. The game comes with 11 Nintendo 3DS exclusive challenges that can be unlocked using the Mega Man amiibo. But that's not the only amiibo that can unlock these new challenges. You can also use this brand new gold-colored Mega Man amiibo, which will be available exclusively in the Mega Man Legacy Collection Collector's Edition. The Mega Man Legacy Collection will be available for Nintendo 3DS digitally via the Nintendo eShop, and both the standard and collector's edition.
Why doesn't the Wii U get this?
Retail on February 23rd, 2016.
Most people would like to play Mega Man on a console.
Now let's take a look at a Pokemon game coming to the Nintendo eShop on Nintendo 3DS. I'm not sure what you're expecting, but I doubt it's this. Anyone remember these?
Oh yes,
That's
please.
right. Pokemon Red version, Pokemon Blue version, and Pokemon Yellow version will all be released as digital download titles on
Fucking finally! You couldn't do that earlier?
reliving fond memories from nearly 20 years ago.
Seriously, how long did it take for you to do that?
To preserve the games exactly as they were.
Thank you!
Except
Fucking thank
that
you!
pesky Game Boy GameLink cable. That's not gonna work on your Nintendo 3DS. So, a new feature has been added to this version, so you can trade and battle Pokemon like it's 1999. You can use the Nintendo 3DS system's wireless communication feature to battle and trade Pokemon with your friends.
Such a revolutionary
Pokemon Red version,
feat.
Pokemon Blue version and Pokemon Yellow version will be released on the same day as the original Game Boy Pokemon launch, on February 27th. Let's return to one of my favorite places, the land of Hyrule. Hyrule Warriors was unleashed on Wii U last year, offering players an exciting new adventure featuring Zelda characters. Now that game is coming to a Nintendo 3DS near you.
So much money.
And it's bringing some new content.
God damn, so much
This time,
money.
Tetra, Toon Link, and the King of Hyrule from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker will join the Skull Kid from Majora's Mask on the battlefield. There's an original character too, named Linkle. She looks quite familiar. Linkle is a girl who lives in a small village filled with Kugos. She's a dual-wielding crossbow hunter who can take down enemies coming at her from all directions. Her jumpy, energetic nature brings something special to the battlefield. She'll kick an enemy when they're down without losing her grip on her crossbows. If Link's famous signature move is called a spin attack, maybe we should call Linkle's a spin kick. Hyrule Warriors Legends will be released on March 25th, 2016. For a limited time, an original Nintendo 3DS home menu theme will also be included. Our RPG lineup continues to strengthen on Nintendo 3DS, including games we haven't touched on today like Bravely Second Endlayer, coming in spring 2016. There's another series we'd like to discuss today, though, that Nintendo has been proud to support throughout the years. I'm happy to finally announce that Dragon Quest. In this huge RPG, explore the past to uncover the secrets of a much-changed world by collecting stone shards.
Just about that time.
Dragon Quest VII Fragments of the
Something's
Forgotten
on my
Past
foot, I swear.
released in early summer 2016.
There we go, I got it. Just sworn
Am I
I
missing something? Fear not. Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King will also be released in 2016, so get ready to embark on another epic adventure on your Nintendo 3DS. I know many of you have been waiting for these exciting announcements, so thank you for your patience. We've got one more update saved for last, but first, a quick rundown of some Wii U and Nintendo 3DS games coming from our development partners in 2016. Shoot your way through
You
dangerous
fuckers. You're stalling. I know what the hell you're doing. I know what you're doing with this last announcement, so I know exactly what you're doing. You can't hide anything from me there. They're just delaying the inevitable. Imagine if people were watching this live and they could skip to it, and it's just like, oh god. Come on, get to what I want to see.
The latest side-scroller from Keiji Inafune, shoot and dash through 12 challenging stages and dozens of missions as the hero back. Face off against your 8 mighty brethren and steal their powers to unlock new transformations. You can even team up with a friend in the 2-player online co-op challenge, or throw down with them in race battle mode. Get ready to play as and unlock more than 100 Marvel characters that have never appeared in a LEGO game before. From the superheroes and supervillains of the movies to the classic Avengers.
Does anyone even care for the LEGO games anymore?
Form teams of classic and current characters from Capcom, Sega, and Bandai Namco games, while engaging iconic enemies in strategic turn-based battles. This time, Nintendo is joining the fight, with Chrom and Lucina from Fire Emblem Awakening, and Fiora from Xenoblade Chronicles. Build amazing structures and craft weapons and armor, then wage war on hundreds of enemies and giant bosses.
Terraria.
Up to 4 adventurers can play together locally on Wii U or Nintendo 3DS, and on the Wii U version, up to 8 players can inhabit your world online. It is your world, after all.
Thanks for watching today. We'll leave you with one final update. I sense a new trailer approaching.
Here we go. A Final Fantasy character. Oh, you're not saying who I think you're saying, right? Wow. That's amazing. I never thought I'd see the day either. I know tons of people are going to be happy about this. Damn. Oh! RPG protagonist versus RPG protagonist. Shulk versus Cloud. Damn. I'm not really a Final Fantasy guy, but I am. That is pretty cool that Cloud's going to be in it. They gave him his, isn't that his Advent outfit? I'm guessing that's his Final Smash. Yes, it probably is. What the hell? Pause. Well, back to the Cloud trailer. Omnislash. That looks just like Aether. That looks just like Aether. Or Great Aether. Eh? Oh, it's a me outfit. That's the end of it. My final thoughts on this, it was a pretty good direct. I liked a lot of the stuff that was shown off. I did like how they were. I did like that moment where Bill was eating a bunch of donuts and Reggie was coming in with a bunch of with a bunch of I'm just seeing people at like some kind of meeting. That was pretty funny, and I liked a lot of the games that were shown off. That's really all I have to say, really. It was a pretty basic direct, you know. They showed off what they have for the holiday season and what they have for early 2016. Pretty basic direct, but still a pretty fun one. So with that said, I'm the C-Man235, signing out,